Fucking hell, this is exciting, isn't it? Look at this.
It's good to be back, man.
I'm
I'm
bouncing on this, and there is like literally just a slap that feels like it's going quite up my bum. But
nice.
Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Forfeit Fantasy Draft. My name is Joe Street.
I'm Evan Jones.
And we are going to be here for the next 45 minutes, probably maybe 20 minutes actually, because we need to go to bed, talking about Premier League football from this week and going through forfeits, some of which we've done, some of which we haven't, and basically just enjoying ourselves in the meantime.
Absolutely. Can we just start with a big old welcome back to Joe Street? Good performance, mate.
Back in the UK.
You've done the Paul Pogba.
I have. Returned.
Yeah, returned. And then you'll re-return to Australia.
I am, yep.
Doing the Paul Pogba again?
Not the drugs bit, but yep. I'll be going back to,
welcome home.
We're doing the Australia shuffle, or the Pogba shuffle as we like to call it.
There we
go. Yeah. Nice.
Welcome. I just want to point out how tanned you are. I don't know if I'm jealous or excited.
I mean, I do feel tanned. It's the middle of summer there, to be fair. I got off the plane and I was just like, this is not it. This is not it. It was -1.
It's freezing.
Yesterday when I got in my car on the way to work.
That's warm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no,
it's not been the best out
not.
here, mate. It's not been the best out here at all. Now, there's a lot of things that I need to catch up with you about.
Yeah.
But where would you like to start? Because, you know, last time that we did a podcast, we had a forfeit, and I believe we were level on points.
That is correct.
We
were. Now, the forfeit that week was to apply to Guinness and try to break a world record. One of us has done that, and the other one hasn't.
Well, one of us has partially done it. I mean, I'm going to be real honest. I didn't apply to Guinness because I did some extensive research, and
Okay, did you go on?
Go on. And they would not have accepted any of the things that I applied for, and then they also didn't accept things that I would, things that are too niche.
Okay, so you've completed half the forfeit, is what
yes,
you're
saying?
Well,
I've just been telling the truth.
Completed half the forfeit myself. I didn't realise that I'd done this,
but
I went online the other week, and I thought, okay, because I knew full well that in the past I had an application for something that I never ever got around to doing.
Hang on a minute. This sounds a little bit you're getting out on a technicality here. If this is ones that you've done in the past.
I'll hold my hands up there and say it is definitely something I need to do soon. What I did, however, do in the meantime, which I think perhaps we should show our viewers, is a forfeit that was overdue from an episode that we didn't actually air.
Because we're so good
at fiddling around with cameras and so forth. It's nice to be back in the room. I'm not going to as much as it's taken us 45 minutes to hang these shirts up and get everything set.
Modest as well. That was a good hour.
We had an episode that we didn't air, and within that episode there was a forfeit, which was to do a blind painting,
blindfolded
painting.
And also, just throwing it out there, Joe lost. Yeah, he was just saying that mid-sentence. That I did lose, but yeah.
So, would you guys like to watch it?
I'd love to. I've not seen this.
Oh,
I'm very excited to watch it.
Here it is. Hello everyone, my name is Joe Street and I am rubbish at Forfeit Fantasy Draft. So this week I have to do a painting while wearing a blindfold. A3 painting pad, older than 3 years, correct? Yes I am. It's a teaching tool to teach me to be less shit at Forfeit Fantasy Draft. I don't have a canvas, so I've got the inside of a cereal bar box. Paintbrushes. What is that? What's that? This is going to be so messy, isn't it? Green is going to be the first one. I'd like a bit of brown. How do you make brown? It's all the primary colours, isn't it? What are the primary colours? I'm wearing my Jackson shirt because there's a chance that it'll turn out more like Jackson Pollock. So we're trying to mix a little brown there. Not really turning into a brown, it's just turning into stripes of red, yellow and blue. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to put the paintbrushes in the colours already and I'm going to do them facing alternate ways. Brown is down, blue is up, green. You know what? Let's just do it, shall we? Are we ready for this absolute masterpiece? Right, so silver. Oh, this is weird. This is a very weird sensation. What I've just realised is I'm not going to have enough paint on my thing. I don't know whether to try and get more. Oh no. I forgot where I was drawing it here. Let's go green next. That should be green. I don't know how high up to go with this, I don't really think about it. I'm just going to stop there. Blue is next. Was it up or down? Oh, is that it? I'm sweating. I'm sweating so much. No, I've just drawn on something. I'm hoping it's not the table. I'm in an Airbnb. I feel like I'm doing the right way. Oh, I just put my thumb on something. There should be silver there, blue there, green there. I want brown coming off this silver here. Black should be towards the top. Is that it? Oh. Oh, that's the edge. Oh no. Oh no. I've gone off the edge. Right. Hush it up. You know what? That's not bad. Can we see this? Look at it. Look at that. How good is that? I mean, like, you can tell what that is. You can tell what that is. I am pretty happy with that. As much as this kind of looks like a big nose looking that way, and his hair is in the sky, you can see that that is Didier Drogba holding a Champions League trophy, and that was my forfeit. Do a painting while wearing a blindfold. Absolutely chuffed. I'm going to get that framed. Okay.
What the fuck was that?
What are you talking about?
What is that supposed to be?
You could tell what it was.
I could not tell what that was. Listen, fair play. Not an artistic bloke, I can take it.
That genuinely, again, I'm going to say that took me about 30 minutes. I obviously edited the video myself, cropped it together, so it seemed nice and short. 30 minutes, legitimately. And I of course, it's not going to be an unbelievable painting.
It was. I could see.
But you could tell
your brushwork needs work.
Fuck off. Bullshit.
Okay.
Right, no, that's it. I'm going back to Australia. Forget it.
Good, yeah, go on. Good riddance. No, please don't go. I miss you. Go on. Want to be a record breaker? Moving on to another Forfeit Fantasy Draft task. Do you want to just tell us what you applied for instead of?
I can't really remember what I applied for. This is what I mean.
Oh no, this is bollocks then, because that means that doesn't count.
Look, I'm just telling you this as a story. It's not it's not me trying to say that I've done this, because let's face it, I haven't. But
I'm sorry,
you didn't apply
Joe,
for Guinness either.
Was there some sort of rule where if you take too long to do a forfeit, that it comes with some sort of challenge? I can't really remember.
No, I don't remember that.
I think there was. I do.
Here we go. Right. So,
I vaguely.
Are you ready?
That. Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, historically, I've got a few applications. Created 31st of the 1st, 2015.
Go
so
on.
This is what, 10 years ago? Fastest half marathon in a graduation gown.
Oh, that's a good one.
Never tried it in the end, so it expired. 12th of the 2nd, 2016, a year later. Most football shirts worn whilst completing a half marathon.
I'm sensing a theme.
Now, they actually messaged me back and said, we don't have a record for that, but we have a record for the most amount of T-shirts worn whilst running a half marathon.
What was
which
that?
At the time was about 55.
No, you died.
So, well, I did a couple of trial runs.
Right.
I did actually go out wearing 40 plus T-shirts on a little 5k around Ali Pali, and then I thought, yeah, I might die.
Yeah,
and
mate, that's
if I
nice.
do have a heart attack or anything, no one's resuscitating you through
No, not all of that.
through all of that. So yeah, again, didn't bother with that. Most blackjack hands dealt while running a half marathon. There's definitely a theme here. It was rejected, that one.
Oh,
They weren't having
gambling.
it. Yeah. Fastest time to chip up 200 casino chips. That expired as well. Most casino chips stacked in 5 minutes.
Whilst running a half marathon?
Nope, just regular. That expired. And then fastest time to hit both football, goalposts and crossbar, which was a record that at the time I applied for it was held by Ryan Sessegnon. I think it's been broken recently. But no, there are no new ones. I haven't done any new ones.
Right.
Which means I will. In the meantime, shall we take a look at yours?
I would love to.
Here we go.
My name's Evan Jones, and today I'm going to break a Guinness Book of Records world record. We are the Forfeit Fantasy Draft, and this week Joe and I were level on points, so we both have to try and get to the Guinness Book of Records by breaking a world record. The first world record I'm going to break, if you'll pardon the pun, is most headers ever done with a raw egg. 1, 2, I got 2, did you see it? Slow motion replay, that's 2. 1. That's a world record right there. The fastest time to run 100 metres in the world is being recorded by Mr. Usain Bolt. And right now, I'm going to beat it. I've got 9.8 seconds to beat. Let's go and get it done. Do it. World record attempt number 3. The quickest time to eat a Greggs sausage roll that I can find is 58 seconds. I'm going to get in the Guinness Book of Records for eating a sausage roll in less than 58 seconds. 2, 1. Oh, God, man. One. Come on. Done. Oh, I just beat it. Look at that. That's close. I think I did it. That's a world record. 3 world records in one day. Well done, bosh. Record breaker extraordinaire. What have you got to say about that?
I mean...
I'm the fastest man on the planet. I'm just throwing that out there.
I thought it was a well-edited video, I'll give you that.
What do you mean? There was zero editing.
No, but it was just like the... The fact that you've attempted it, fair play. Comedic value, I'll give you that.
Faster than Usain Bolt. Also...
You're not right, that...
Where's the proof? He has never raced me. So, therefore, I've never lost a race to Usain Bolt. Secondly, did you see the headers with the egg?
Yep.
That's got to be a world record, man.
Again, I feel like even you could have done it better.
Oh, that was my second attempt.
Okay.
I did it once and it didn't crack.
Well, maybe...
And then I got 2 out of it.
Maybe, just maybe, I'll attempt it as well from mine next week, shall I?
No. Get your own original idea. I tell you what was
speaking
hard,
of eggs,
though. Go on.
Did you know that in France... I don't know that I've done this joke before. They only use 1 egg to make an omelette. Have you heard this?
No.
Because apparently, in France, 1 egg is enough.
I bet that's funny if you speak French.
Alright, here we go. So, context.
Go
I'm
on.
going to tell you.
Yeah.
The word œuf
Yeah.
in French, or in English, it means egg.
Right.
So I'll tell you the joke again, you'll find it much more funny.
Yeah.
Alright. Did you know,
Yeah.
in France, they only use 1 egg to make an omelette?
Didn't know that.
It's because, in French, 1 egg is enough.
Yay! Bonjour!
Yeah.
You were going to tell me a story about, excuse my French, when you were on the plane.
Oh yeah, I was. So I for a minute there, I thought you were speaking French. I heard "come on," and then I was like, "T'appelles-tu?" Which
I
I'm
know
pretty
that's
sure.
French, but I don't know what it means.
And now you're doing Italian gestures. So I was about to get on the plane.
Yes.
And obviously, because I've got a little bit of fear of flying, I'm always just like last to get on, first to get off. Now picturing myself just jumping out halfway through for the sake of being first off.
Okay. Going on a no-fly list here, Joe.
I was going in, and the cabin crew or whatever at check-in said, "We've got a couple here. They were wondering if they could sit together. One of them is sitting, here, and then they like to basically swap seats. And I was like, yeah, no problem, thinking I can be a good Samaritan. And then she turns to me, she says, yeah, they don't really speak English. So I went along and I started speaking to them in French. And I smashed it, frankly.
Right.
I absolutely smashed it. I was just like, right, completely, what I felt was fluent. There was one particular thing that I had to Google, which was like to voice my fear of flying.
Right.
But everything else, I was just like, yeah, good. And they, had a nice little conversation with them and then chatted to them afterwards as well. So, yeah.
Did they teach you that joke?
They didn't teach me that joke.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a nice. I thought something bad happened.
No.
But that's nice, man. Well done.
It was, yeah.
Well
Nice,
done.
nice
Good
little moment.
Samaritan Joe. What I would like to talk about,
Yep.
after we've done our world records, and, well, some of us haven't done, do you know what else some of us haven't done, Joe? Because I'm looking, I don't know if it's the camera, but your hair's looking awfully long and awfully straight, mate. Is there not something that you needed to do with your hair? Because you lost the...
I've got to get a perm.
You do. That was
All right.
about a month ago.
All right, this week.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. Speaking of perms,
Right.
I've got a game for you.
Excellent.
Right. And the game is pretty straightforward. I want to know who you think has the best haircut in the Premier League, but more importantly, who has the worst haircut in the Premier League.
Okay.
Now, you can think about it for a minute. It can be current players or anyone in the history of the Premier League.
There were a lot of terrible haircuts knocking around post-lockdown or during lockdown.
There was, yeah, and there's a couple. And anyone that had a fresh trim was doing something naughty.
Aubameyang was pretty bad. Mane was pretty bad. I mean, but these aren't really trims either. They're
Yeah, true.
Worst haircut in the Prem?
Cucurella. You're a grown man
Yes.
with curly hair. Get your hair cut. What's wrong with you?
Agree with that and go with it. I've always had a thing whenever I've been playing football. If there's ever anyone that's got long hair, particularly curly hair, and a West Ham shot, I just want to
Do it.
oh,
Do it.
uh,
I doubled down.
yeah. Same with ponytails. I just can never.
Yeah,
stand
ponytails
them.
are kind of annoying.
Like, the irony at the moment is obviously I'm trying to grow my hair out because
Yeah.
actually I think it's really nice.
It looks great, Joe. Is that what you want? It's going to look better curly.
But yeah, Cucurella, yeah.
Cucurella, worst
I'll say
hair,
that.
hands down, Premier League.
I feel like I want to stand up for him, but
With that bow,
I don't like
no.
his hair. Yeah.
No,
All right.
forget it.
Okay.
Right, best hair.
Best hair.
Do you know who I'll go for best hair?
David Beckham, 1998.
Ooh, is that bald?
Curtains. No,
Oh, the
no,
curtains.
Yeah.
I like Ivan Campo's hair. You like the Ivan Campo?
As in, but I want to say
Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton and Real, right?
Put Bolton. There you go.
Oh, that's.
That's a proper trim.
I tell you. So for me, David Ginola, I think.
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean,
actually-
he just have to.
That's actually what I'm going for.
That's a handsome man, isn't
L'Oréal, which in English means L'Oréal.
it?
I've never really met my dad. I'm going to throw that out. It could well be David Ginola.
You are French. Right, we've done best haircut Ginola.
Yep,
Worst haircut Cucurella.
correct.
Right, so now what I want you to do is give me your best and worst celebrations for the Premier League era. And then I've got a couple that I want to throw at you to see if you rate them out of 10 for me.
Adebayo?
The Arsenal?
Yeah.
Man City, yeah, that's great. How mad would you have been if you would have...
Yeah, but that's the whole point, and that's why it's fantastic. Was it Luis Suarez that was just like...
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
To be honest, I used to enjoy doing a little Robbie Keane role. When I was
Oh,
younger.
nice.
And
the...
yeah. I had an audition once,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to basically send off a video of me doing as many football celebrations as possible.
This is brilliant.
So I went to the local football ground, Hemel Hempstead Town,
Bap, bap.
and I literally just ran up and down the sideline with my camera, this camera, funnily enough, set up, and just did probably about, I'm going to say 20.
Nice.
Genuinely, there were loads. I'm going to try and find the video and hopefully we'll put it underneath.
That would be
while we're
amazing,
talking.
yeah.
But it was, there was lots of different things. There was sort of like a few Idiger Johnson's things, like just all sorts of different bits and bobs that I could do on my own. Didn't get the job. So that was a little bit frustrating, but
Well,
you know, you win some, you lose some.
This brings me on to my next question. Before I continue with this list is, I want you to create me a celebration now.
Create you a celebration.
Right now, on the spot. You just scored a goal.
Okay.
Champions League final. What are you doing?
This is killing me. This is killing me because I'm trying to think very hard, but I'm just like,
Nothing in the locker.
there's got to be something.
Right, well, let's go through these list of players that I have.
Okay.
And then see if something inspires you. Okay? Right, I want you to rate these out of 10.
Okay.
So, Cole Palmer's. What do you reckon?
I'm going to say 10 purely just because
10?
It works and he's scoring all of our goals at the moment.
Mohamed Kudus.
Rate that.
Yeah.
I really rate it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Garnacho kind of copied it as well.
Well, everyone's copying it.
If I'm ever in the gym
You invented that celebration. That
and I go around and have my usual session, in certain instances, I will go on the lying hamstring machine, and then between sets, I just sit on it. But it's a little bit off the ground, and it's like that. And I feel like Kudus every time I do it. I'd give that also a 10.
There we go. That's all I want to hear. Bafétimbi Gomez.
What did he do? Remind me. Oh, yeah. Good. It was good. We'll go for 7.
7? Yeah, I mean, for originality. But then after you do that again... Loire. Do you remember Loire?
I remember him. What did he do?
Backflip. Every time. So, funny story about that, just going into it.
Go on.
He's playing for Portsmouth, obviously,
Yep.
under Harry Redknapp.
Yep.
And he was getting sold after this game that he needed to play. And then Harry Redknapp says, whatever you do, boy, like, if you score, don't do the celebration. Did the celebration, got fucking injured, couldn't get sold.
Amazing.
Unreal.
That
right?
is, yeah.
So, on that basis, what's that getting out of 10?
10. Love it.
Alan Shearer. 10.
Oh, sorry. Let's not do that.
My first thought was look at this camera to see what that looked like.
Let's face it, it's actually a pretty shit celebration, isn't it?
It is the worst.
I'm going to say... Oh, there's a message. Is it one of our listeners? Weird, because we're not live today. That was my friend saying they don't need anyone. Oh. Should we give him a shout out? We'll give him a shout out. Lorcan Lynch. He's gagging to come on as a guest.
Oh!
I
What a name.
said to him that he should pitch it to us. I can't remember what he said, actually. He said something that wasn't convincing enough for me to let him on.
Oh.
I then said, give us 5 original forfeits and I'll think about it. And he didn't do that. So,
Well, no shout out then. Take
if
it
you'd
back.
like to give us some forfeit ideas, then by all means we'd consider having you on. He is a Spurs fan.
No.
So maybe he could finish your jigsaw puzzle that you haven't finished yet. So
Wasn't
should we
actually
talk
a
about
forfeit.
that?
Wasn't actually a
Should we talk
forfeit.
about
This is the extra thing that you tried to send to my house.
because you haven't done your original forfeit. So
Done.
if we want to talk about forfeits being
Done.
overdue and not quite done,
Listen.
let's go back to your Spurs puzzle, shall we?
Is it fucking... What's his name? Lochran. This is because of you, Lochran. You wouldn't have remembered anything about Spurs. Fuck's sake. Not coming on. Anyway.
Where is it, by the way? It's very small. This is what, like, have you ever ordered anything on Amazon and it not turned up and been something that you would expect the borrowers to have? Like, genuinely.
Yeah, clothes, but I think that's just because I'm getting bigger.
But when you showed this to me,
You
you were like, here, look at it, it's massive. It's the size of my head. But it is, Spurs Stadium. I mean, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, oh, nice, new, it's a thing.
It is a thing.
So if you don't want to do it, then...
No, I'll do it. It's fine. Get your hair permed and then we'll talk.
Okay, all right.
Right, so, moving on from that. Did you know I once made a celebration for Michael Antonio? Because he used to do real fun celebrations. It was in the newspaper and stuff, wasn't it? What?
I'm thinking bad thoughts. What
was you going to say? Not anymore. Is that what it is?
No, it's going to be...
Fucking hell.
Sorry.
Byron, I want that clip. I want the salute that he did when he was being Alan Shearer, and I want that clip there. Shoved up your puzzle.
That's what I meant by I was thinking
sake.
bad thoughts.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's funny or not.
Miguel, I'm very sorry. Do you know that he used to play for my football team?
Which one? Which one was it?
Michael Antonio.
Which football team?
Battersea Ironsides.
Oh, Irons.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. That's really cool. At the same time as you, or?
No.
Oh.
No. I think he only played a couple of weeks, and then supposedly he was like, "You want me to pay to play football?" So yeah, didn't bother.
Oh, well, we just badmouthed the geezer, mate. He's coming back from life-threatening injury, but I was like...
I'm not bad mouthing it. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You know, that's how I feel at the moment. I don't want to pay to
Andy Carroll actually pays to play football though.
He does.
Anyway, Michael Antonio, I made a celebration for him back when he did fun celebrations. It was called the Hammer Hacker. Hence why I wanted you to invent a celebration for me, which I believe you have ready for me now, Joe. Champions League final. You fucking arsehole.
There we are. That's my celebration if I scored the winning goal in the Champions League final. There it is.
What, to the camera?
Or 10 of them. Same celebration, just works out. Unless between now and me winning the Champions League final, I lose a finger like Dan Burn, in which case I could only do it when I got 9 goals.
Oh,
anyway. Right, anyway, next. Should we move on?
Champion, Joe's joke.
I was thinking about making a joke about Andy Carroll's move to France. But I thought you might get a bit bored, though.
That was good. Delivery was dreadful, but that was a good joke. I absolutely butchered your thesaurus joke the other day. I bought a terrible thesaurus. Wait, that's not it. I'm going to get a clock up here, Joe.
Excellent.
Because do you know what's coming? For the first time in real life, we've got a football quiz for Joe Street, ladies and gentlemen.
What I am going to do in the meantime, though...
Go on.
...is really quickly say all the football scores from last week. So it was Nottingham Forest 7, Brighton 0, Newcastle 1, Fulham 2, Everton 4, Leicester City 0, Ipswich Town 1, Southampton 2, Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 2, Aston Villa 0, Man United 0, Crystal Palace 2, Brentford 0, Tottenham 2, Arsenal 5, Man City 1, Chelsea 2, West Ham 1.
Did you go through that whole rigmarole to just mention the Chelsea score? Is that why you did that?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. Jared Bowen back though.
Jared Bowen scored.
Yeah. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, mate, you did not deserve to win. I'm not saying
that would have been a... But...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a little bit of deflection. It was a cross. Boop, boop. Anyway, now that you've booked, have you done? You done with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. I can't wait for you to get 0 points on this fucking quiz. What's your top score? 6.
6, yeah.
I want you to cry when you lose. Which 2 countries hosted games at Euro 2020 even though their teams did not qualify for the finals?
Ireland and Scotland.
Romania and Azerbaijan. Which 2 Manchester City players were the first to play for England in the World Cup finals? Come on!
John Stones?
Francis Lee and Colin Bell. Which England and Liverpool football player featured a New Order single called World in Motion?
John Barnes.
Correct. Name the only player to have scored 100 goals for 2 separate clubs in the Premier League.
Alan Shearer.
Correct. Which team won the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations despite discarding their manager in the first round?
Oh, Ghana.
No, Ivory Coast. Got to take your first answer. In 2022, which footballer broke the record for the most liked Instagram post ever?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lionel Messi. Incorrect. How much was Lionel Messi's transfer to Inter Miami in 2023?
Free.
It was free. That's 3. Liverpool midfielder Naby Keita comes from which country?
Mali.
It's Guinea. How much did Chelsea pay for Perline Harder in 2020, a world record fee in the women's game? 270 grand, 450 grand, or 900 grand?
900 grand.
It was 270 grand. Name 3 of the Red Bull football clubs.
Salzburg.
Yeah.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
And Racing.
There's no racing here. Go again.
Red Bull Racing.
There's no Red Bull racing here. Football clubs, I said.
I know. I'm trying to stall because we've
it
got
was
past
time, but I'll start as I'll finish. If you get one more.
Red Bull.
Yes.
RB.
No, that's too long now.
All right, go on. What are they?
Red Bull Brazil, Red Bull Bucigano, and Red Bull New York Red Bulls.
New York Red Bulls, yeah.
My account, you got 3.
Okay. All right, that was a little bit disappointing, but that was our first live quiz.
What question are you most disappointed about not getting right?
I'm not going to lie, I didn't like the questions just then.
Well, you're not getting fired, is it, this time?
But it will be Ivory Coast that I was frustrated with.
So, this week we're kicking off a bit later than we usually would, but it is a double game week.
It is.
So, we discussed as you were on the plane to England last week what the forfeit was going to be. We shook hands, we made a deal, who was going to pick from which list, what transfers were going to be made, and we were going to do that forfeit after you arrived back in the country.
Correct.
Correct. So, would you like to tell the people at home the forfeit that we chose, Joe Street?
Yes. Numbers 8, 12, and 23.
Yes.
Number 8.
Eat a
what it
melon
was?
in less than a minute. A whole melon. Big melon.
Good forfeit.
Great
Good
fun.
forfeit. I didn't go with it.
No. Because you're a melon.
Number 12.
Yeah. Go live until a footballer joins your live. And I put past and present. Past or present. I meant a past or present footballer. Don't do the live in the past.
I get that.
Okay.
Also thought probably not right, so I'm going to hold out for the last one.
Okay.
The last one was number 23.
Which is what you picked, which I described so eloquently as fruit dodgeball.
Indeed. So, it was 11, you're right.
Yes, I usually am.
Fruit dodgeball involves the other person, i.e. the winner, throwing 11 pieces of fruit at you as hard as they can. You have to try and dodge them. Which is a great forfeit, I think, to be perfectly honest. It's going to be very funny.
11 melons coming at your head, mate.
Now, I was going to say, do they need to be different pieces of fruit? Because I thought it would be useful if...
It's a fruit salad. Do you know, it's funnier. And also, no one was concussion. I sound concussed already.
You're right.
No! Yes, they can be... Yeah, they're going to be 11 different... Or just as many different pieces of fruit as possible. We don't want to waste food. There's number one.
Well, we can eat it afterwards.
Yeah.
I can launch a banana at you and...
I'm going to eat it, mate.
Oh, sorry, are we talking about the forfeit? I do have a question.
Go on.
How far away do you have to be?
10 yards.
That's mighty close.
Okay, how far away do you want to be?
What, can we go 15?
15 yards?
15 to 20 yards?
You're going to throw a grape 15 yards?
Yeah, I'm going to fucking smash you in the head with it.
You ain't smashing shit.
We'll find out, won't we?
What happens to a grape when you step on it? Let's have a little wine.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to smash you with an apple from 10 yards. Right there. Bring a helmet.
We'll see, ref. Anyway, I am gonna have a little look. I know we just kind of semi-touched on it, but I'm gonna have a little look at how we're doing because I am intrigued for my own.
Well, you're on 52 points. I'm on 53 points.
Okay, there we go.
Who's counting?
Who needs the internet, eh?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But you've got Trenty, Diaz, and Robertson, and also Rashford and Rodgers, and I've got Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Ollie Watkins. So I need like a 6-all Ollie Watkins Salah masterclass. Speaking of which, should we get into some transfers?
Yep. Again, we also did those transfers.
Oh yeah, we did last week's transfers.
So I'm going to talk you through again that exact conversation that we had. We also somehow managed to do rock paper scissors on WhatsApp, and I believe we're trusting of each other enough that actually it happened genuinely.
Well, yeah. Should we recreate
recreate it? Yeah. Okay, right. Transfers. I'll count you down.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Rock.
Yeah. 3.
Good.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
Good.
So that was more genuine, that one.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
It was also rock. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yes. I couldn't spell scissors.
Paper. You couldn't spell rock in that.
No, that's why I held it up like this.
Right. Let me have a little look and I'll get back to you.
Yes.
Rashford or... No. Let me have a little look and I'll get back to you. Rashford for Gordon, please. Was my number one.
Damn you. Bowen for Kudus. I was prepared. I knew what I was doing.
Fuck.
Language.
Fair.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. Speaking of which, I got a story for it. Anyway.
That's deja vu. Come on.
Fair play.
Come
this
on.
man does know French. He pretends he's not smart.
Wait, do I?
Next up.
Come on. Next sub. Looking forward to your French story.
Rodgers for Foden. I do have a question. Were you aware that there was a double game week at this point?
No.
Okay.
I didn't have a clue about any of this.
Right, I was wondering why. I thought you might cotton on to the fact I was picking Villa players, but anyway.
Well, I just wanted Rashford.
Just because he's
Just
good and
because he's
gone
good.
for...
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I
You
know.
can probably have him next week, to be honest. I think I'll...
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, it is what it is. I think Rashford, who were Villa playing? Someone rubbish. Anyway, don't worry about all that. I went for Kluivert for Fernandes. Bruno. What? What's the matter?
Who were Villa playing?
I don't know who Villa are playing.
Someone rubbish.
Are they playing Chelsea?
Fuck off.
They're playing Chelsea?
Yes.
I didn't know. See, I don't know, Joe. I don't look in advance.
All right. So your next sub was?
Kluivert for Bruno Fernandes.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. We discussed Rodgers for Foden.
Yes.
And then Martinez for Sells.
You did goalkeeper, and I did what I normally do, and said that's enough subs for me because you put me under too much pressure, and I don't like it. I don't work well under pressure.
Fair. And that's how we've ended up here.
Oh, I'm gonna throw this apple so hard at your head.
With one game left.
Yeah, that's
which is Liverpool versus Villa. Of all the players to have, Salah and Watkins are pretty up there.
Yeah.
And
midweek game.
Well.
You know what you say about a midweek game?
Lots of goals.
Lots of goals. Midweek games.
So we shall see.
We also, do you know what really annoyed me? Just throwing it out there now. Fucking Liverpool were 2-0 up. Trent got subbed off 62nd minute, and then they scored 2 minutes later. And you got clean sheet. I didn't
know that.
Yeah, really annoying.
That's good.
Really annoying.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We're gonna let these lovely people go.
We will be back for another in-person jobby, probably in the next couple of days. Actually, in time for next game week.
Best of luck for your fruit ability to take fruit to the face.
Best of luck for yours.
Thanks for checking out the FFD. Make sure you check out our socials, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff.
We will see you here again, same time, same place, next week.
Oins. Woo. I can't believe you're going to put that in.
It's a celebration.
It's something.
You know,
it's something.
Let's face it, if I scored in the Champions League final, I'd be as shocked as anyone. Like, what is that? Anyway, see you later.
Ciao.